that's doing whatever it's doing. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this green screen out of here. Oh, I should probably also share the stream. Before I get started. Hello, welcome to the chat. I'm currently trying to figure out how to make this green screen work so we can watch some TV together. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? Gotta put out the message that I'm live. It's the guy who helps me sleep. I'm glad I can help you sleep. I'll take it as a compliment. I know. Sorry, I'm trying to set everything up so we can have some. I want to have a TV here, or I guess I want to have like commercials or something playing there. Just something in the background. That's usually what I do. And then I'll read some comments and we'll go through it. Your voice sounds really different. Oh, I mean, I don't know why it sounds different, honestly. I usually run my audio through, I mean, not really through a lot of stuff, just a few things, so. Epic face reveal. I've done a few, I used to stream on here pretty regularly. I don't do it as often anymore because I'm doing a bunch of other stuff, but yeah, usually I used to do once a month, but man, school just destroyed me this year. There's so much nonsense. I had to do all my major classes, and now those are out of the way, so now all the fun classes are all that's left. So, hold on, I'm still doing this, then we can start rolling through. Bear with me. I don't know how to get rid of the green screen. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'm sure. At least I hope so. You've watched my ritual iceberg video multiple times. I'm glad you like it. Is that your favorite one? My favorite one's probably, I'd say the gaming one because that's my favorite genre, but I don't know. I have to look through my list. Have fun with the Q&A. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Let's see, Hoonerd, for the $4.99, and this is I don't know if it's a super chat or just yeah, super chat. Thank you. I do have a thing set up. I don't know how it works, but it's like a goal. If you hit the 10 super chats or 10 whatevers, it'll auto do something. Again, I'm not super big, or I'm not super up to date on my streaming stuff. Also, let me know if I'm quiet. I can turn myself up too. Actually, let's do that now, because I'm going to get somebody eventually who says I'm kind of quiet. There you go. Let's see. Select an image from your computer. Perfect. Live now. Okay, there we go. Now let's figure out this green screen. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's an effect in here you just click on. That's wrong. Right click, filters, effect filters, and then look for green, chroma key, here we go. Chroma key, and there you go. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the chat real quick as soon as I get the what I had in mind running on the screen. Is that the one I want? Sure. Sorry, there's you guys are gonna hear some stuff in the background while I'm looking. Okay, and then okay, now we're doing it. It's not perfect, but there we go. Okay, this is like some old commercials. They're playing like lightly in the background. Okay. Let's go through the chat. Starting from the very top. Let's see which one is okay. Zach, just want to say your videos helped me fall asleep. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed them. I try to make them long and more vibey for that reason. How's the next video coming along? It is coming along great. It will be out this Thursday, hopefully. Some advice. How do you get your voice so perfect? You got to be born with it. Sorry. Oh, actually, you can take up voice acting. Like learning how to control your voice. Really helpful. I can't do it. Let's see. Watched your... Yeah, I already talked about this one. Watched your Ritual Iceberg many times. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. We need Blame It on Jorge. We do need a Blame It on Jorge collab. I've talked to him a few times. We haven't set anything up yet, mostly because our times just haven't matched up. But we'll figure something out, I'm sure. I'm gonna say what happened to GPG TV. So our friend, our third Helix, he's currently going through some stuff, and so his schedule's super packed and busy. And we were gonna try to find a third, but we're like, nah, we'll just wait for him to like find a time to be less busy, and then we'll go back to streaming on GPG. It'll be a stream only channel from now on, though. I'm not gonna. The editing takes too long, so we're just gonna do streams and VODs over there. You are a little quiet. Okay, cool. Ooh, fun. Do you think people copy your videos or no? And if someone does copy your videos, does it get mad or surprised or inspired? I mean, if people copy my videos, I don't care. Like my content isn't the most original. I do more original topics than people, but a lot of my stuff came from other people that I was already watching at the time, I guess. I watched a lot of Nick Crowley, Nexpo, Blame It on Jorge, That Creepy Reading. I watched a lot of different channels to kind of like develop my style. So I don't, people watch my stuff and they're interested and they want to use what I do, go for it. That would be a huge compliment, actually, if people actually look to my content and were like, I want to make something just like that. So let's see. Mailchon's Daily Life. I don't know what that means. You and Somber Reed should collab again. Oh yeah, Somber. It's been a while. For sure, I should reach out. We were in a Twitter group together, and I don't use Twitter anymore, really. So we just haven't talked in a while because of that. But yeah, I should ask him. What was your favorite video you've done so far? What is my favorite video I've done so far? I really liked my rake video I made a while ago. Well, years ago now. Recently, though, I made a video going over a bunch of like abandoned websites that people no longer go to but still exist. That was really fun to do. It was like a 3-hour video. Has any creepypasta ever kept you up all night? It scared you till this day? Baraska made me feel sad, so there's that, I guess. Baraska was pretty messed up, if I remember correctly. So definitely Baraska, I would say, if there's any story that kept me up. I don't know how I feel about the ending, so I won't talk about that too much. Let's see. Hello. Some dude named John. Welcome. Hello, baby Brady. Real ones know about that channel. True. We need to get back onto it so bad. GPG TV needs to come back. I'm a horror channel. Never heard of Mailchon's Daily Life. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't. Not off the top of my head, I don't know it. I guess I can look it up real quick. What else am I doing? Mailchon's Daily Life. My Chan's Daily Life. We'll figure that out later. Fair enough, Twitter or X, whichever you used to call it, does suck. Yeah, I used to like Twitter a lot. I used it to communicate with people mostly, and I was making some content over there, but I kind of just stopped. So I don't really make content on anything but YouTube now. I am going to make something for TikTok, like a short version of the videos I already make, because my friend who does it has been talking about it nonstop, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll make one. So eventually I'll get around to actually making a TikTok. So you'll see some TikToks if you guys are interested. Let's see. You honestly introduced me to so many creepypastas. Did you see it too, video scary? Oh, yeah. There's some. So the image creepypasta was Iceberg was one that I didn't think would do well, but absolutely people loved it. It's one of my top rewatched videos, along with the gaming and Lost TV icebergs. So it's pretty cool. You want to make some videos with creepy Fallout 4 gameplay? Go for it. I'm a big advocate for people just making stuff. If you want to make something, make something. Doesn't matter what you're doing. I'm learning to draw. I'm teaching myself how to draw from scratch because I can't draw at all. And I've been drawing every day. It's 16 days now. And it's been really fun. It takes a lot of time though. I have to spend like an hour or two a day just figuring out how to make a person's head and then how their jawline goes. It's hard. It's fun though. Thanks for answering my question. I always loved your perspective on creepypastas from a writer's standpoint. Yeah, I also enjoy. So I read a lot of creepypastas, but I also read a lot of books and news and all sorts of stuff. I read a lot, so I also write a lot. I'm trying to write a book myself, so it does help a little bit just to keep reading different things, good, bad, doesn't matter. Just reading in general. What's the next video about? The anticipation is killing me. Okay, so the next video is, it's like the one I just made where I talked about all the different entities that you can find in analog horror shows or TV things, whatever you want to call them, analog horror. This one's all about different creepypasta entities that have gone viral over the internet. So I'm talking about every single one of those. And then I have another, after that, I have a video. What is this ad? After that, I have a video about, it's going to be another one looking at obscure internet creations like B.O.B. or Bob, Brutal, Obscene Beast, and a bunch of other ones, probably an SCP or two. Just like, kind of like the one I made recently of the Monsters Born from the Internet video. I really liked that, so I want to do more of that kind of content. I'm kind of falling more into the internet folklore idea I've been wanting to run with for a while. Like the internet folklorist, because I just love folklore so much. I just love looking at like what people consider legends and whatnot. So we need a Goose Boost collab. I haven't watched Goose Boost in a while. How are they doing? Bro, your videos are half the reason I kept focused on Dark Souls. Oh yeah, nice. Which Dark Souls are you playing? I have the only one I haven't beat is 2. I beat 1. Okay, no, I didn't beat 1. I got close to beating 1. And I beat 3. I beat Bloodborne, and I beat Elden Ring. I did not beat 1, and I didn't play too much of 2, like at all. Where do you get your pasta sources? Since I want to find Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4 and 76 pastas. I get my creepypastas from the wiki, usually, the creepypasta wiki, but there's just the internet. There's so many different websites that you can watch all sorts of, or read all sorts of stories about. So that's what I would do. Just go to the websites. The creepypasta.com website is fine, but the ads on there make it so hard to navigate. But also Reddit. Reddit has a lot of creepypasta stories. Hey, hope you've been well. Thank you. I hope you've been well as well. Do I think creepypastas will become our folklore in the future? It kind of already has a little bit. There's people out there who didn't know the rake was a creepypasta. They thought it was a real thing. So it kind of is already happening. Slender Man, it was a little too popular. People never believed that was real. I mean, I guess some people did believe it was real, some kids maybe. But not like the majority of people didn't believe Slender Man was a real creation. I'm gonna turn up the thing so you guys can hear this slightly. There you go. Let's see, what else? Smile Dog was one that people also kind of thought might be real. Russian Sleep Experiment was another one people thought could have been a real like experiment that took place in the past. So a few of them have kind of fallen to folklore, but then, you could trace it back to the internet and that kind of just ruins, or not ruins, but kind of like people figured out what it is right then and there. But yeah, it could be. That's how I treat it, essentially. We're just all together. We're making a giant collaborative internet horror folklore. And that's how I like to imagine it all works. Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing good. How long is the next video gonna be? I think it's gonna be 1.5 to 2 hours actually. So yeah, you're close. It could be around 2 hours. The script right now is 20 pages and it's like a little over half done. It really depends on how long it takes me to describe a few of these entities. So we'll see. I've been through Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Elden Ring, bit of Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, or plus Dark Souls, and Sacrow. Oh, I forgot about Demon Souls. Yeah, I didn't finish Demon Souls either. I played it when it was free on the PlayStation Plus thing, and then I stopped paying for that because I don't use my PlayStation that often anymore. I'm mostly playing against my PC and my Switch. Once told a friend, you once told your story around a campfire about the rake. That's fun. I've been wanting to go camping with some friends and telling them some stories. Like, none of my friends know anything about creepypastas. If they hear something online, like, they always come to me about what it could be. Like, what is this? What do you know about this? Because they know I have a YouTube channel that covers that stuff. I also want to make more, like, cryptid videos, just about regular cryptids. I want to cover, like, maybe not the Loch Ness Monster. That's kind of too well known. But, like, maybe some alien stuff. I think aliens are cool. The Men in Black. That could be a fun one. Should make a video about creepy ads and PSAs. I wrote a script about a giant video for ads and PSAs, but it was so big that I ended up just sitting on it for too long, and now it's just somewhere on Google Docs, just waiting for me to finish it. I think it was like 35 or 60 pages, somewhere between there. I just can't remember exactly which one it was. I know it's a big jump, but yeah, it covered a lot of topics. What's your entity from the? Oh, hold on. Do you think you would ever call her the radioactive chicken heads? Call who the radioactive chicken heads? I'm not sure I understood the question. There's two girls did a thing and their friend. Oh, yeah. The Slender Man stabbings, basically. Yeah, that kind of killed a lot of hype around it and kind of also made people wary about just the whole concept, I guess. But creepypastas were kind of already pretty niche at this point. They'd gone from being internet popular to kind of falling down, and now we're in the era of analog horror, which is like basically the modern day creepypasta is the analog horror. I like analog horrors. I've seen recently, actually, I went through, like, you saw my video, I went through like 30 different ones, and there's just so many that copy each other and just kind of do the same thing, and it's fine. Like, that happens in every genre, but it got a little tiring. Go live with Slenderman. Yeah, if I can find Slenderman, I'll bring him on. I'm sure he'd love that. What's your entity from the next video so far and why? So the next video is about the creepypasta entities. So they're all the popular ones. My favorite one I talked about was probably Tails Doll. I know a lot about Tails Doll, but I didn't know as much as I found out while going through the research for it. The section is only like a page and a half because it can't go over each section too long or else it'll mess it up. So I'm doing like just a little bit of each one, being like, okay, here's a page and a half of this entity. Here's a page of this one. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I'm surprised my things aren't going off. Any season logic. Thank you for the $10. How do you find your voice to do voiceovers? I'm finding it hard to find my sweet spot. Any tips? I practice. I have a practice list, or like a section of my script is there just to practice, and I'll read it over and over again until I find the voice I like. But mostly the voice I got to, the one I'm using now, is just my regular voice, but just more conversational, or at least that's what my acting teacher told me. I took an acting class last year, and she said I had like one of her favorite things about my acting was that I had such a conversational tone that it made it seem realistic when I was having fake conversations with people while acting. So, thank you for the $10 again. Where was I at? I messed with some of my friends when we went camping experiment, and they believe it's real. See, that's the fun part. I love just telling people stories that are creepypastas I read somewhere, or a no sleep story online, and just kind of just pretending like it's a real thing that happened. Like that's fun. I love doing that. How far would you say your book is? It is I just hit page 99 this week. Monday. Yeah. I went to the coffee shop to do writing because I needed to work somewhere that wasn't my house. And so I left to go to the coffee shop, ordered a coffee, sat down, and I wrote 10 pages. And then I was like, all right, cool. So it was, it's getting harder to write the longer the story goes because I'm getting the stuff I really wanted to write. What is this ad? I'm getting the stuff I really wanted to write. And when you really want to write something, you can kind of get like this block to it. Like, oh, this is the stuff this is the whole idea I had. And you don't want to mess it up. And so that's kind of like been my thing. Is I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, I don't want to mess this up, but I just need to go through and write it. Just writing is more important than getting it right the first time. So I still have analog horror, but it's all the same. It is kind of similar, but there are some standout that are they're just really good. My favorite right now is the one that Rob Gavigan made. I can't remember what it's called. It's not the Arcadia ones. I'll get the name eventually. It's the last two I did. Mount Greylock. I love Mount Greylock. Or the Greylock tapes, I think is what it's called. That one is super good. He is phenomenal at writing that story, making those characters interesting. And there's like actual body horror in it. It's super good. Super great. Greylock tapes. If you only watch one analog horror series, besides maybe the Mandela catalog, I'd say go for the Greylock tapes. Oh, and I guess Gemini is pretty good too. Do you know the Creepypasta reader, Creepypasta Jr.? He's my favorite Creepypasta reader on YouTube. He just appeared a few years ago. No, I never met him. I used to watch some of his content too, though. Way back in the day. There was some sort of falling out with a lot of the creators, but I wasn't there during that time, so I don't know what it's about. The guy got involved in some nasty stuff. Yeah, that's what I heard. Something happened with him. The conversational tone is something I love about your stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I get that. I get it a lot recently, at least. Every time I have to do like a public speaking or some sort of something where I need to talk in front of people, everyone's like, "Wow, your tone is so conversational. How do you do it?" I'm like, I do it for a job. I never tell them I do YouTube because it feels weird to tell people I do that because then they'll want to look me up and they'll want to see what I do. But yeah, so. You have a very nice voice. Some of the people who do similar content I can't stand. Oh yeah, a lot of people use like a dark or a deeper voice. They try to go deep with their voice. I love Nick Crowley's content, but he does that sometimes too, where he used to just use his regular voice, but now he has like this kind of like listless kind of tone, and it's not my favorite, but I still like his content. It's really good. Nexpo probably does it too, but he's just I just love his dramatics. It's great. So. What was your book about? Okay, so I won't over explain it. I'll just give you two concepts that are going to be kind of funny / dumb. It's not a horror book. It does have horror in it. It is basically Harry Potter meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So if you know what those two are, it's kind of a dumb combo that I thought was good. My friends dared me to actually finish writing this story I came up with on a whim, and so that's the only reason I'm writing it now. But yeah. Let's see. Did you read the book titled In a Dark Room? I have not. I'll check it out though. Thought that was Creeps McPasta. I know Creeps McPasta had something. And Mr. Creepypasta tried to. So the only thing I know about Mr. Creepypasta is, besides the fact that I've had a few conversations with the guy and he seems chill, was he tried to do something with what's it called? Copyright. He tried to copyright the term creepypasta, which was dumb. And I don't agree with that, but he tried to do that. So, yeah, I don't want to talk too much about the allegations about what's happening, because I don't know it 100%. So I wouldn't be the person to talk to about it. They are in my community, so that kind of sucks because people should not be messing up in my community. Oh, thank you, Any Season, again for the $10. This is for also helping me during my treatments. Your videos would struck me for the hour I was sitting. What kind of treatments were you doing? If you don't mind saying, obviously. And I'm glad to help. I'm glad you watch my content. Thank you. What's your thoughts on AI horror videos? I've never seen any. I know when I made a video talking about how creepypasta or AI can't write a really good creepypasta, I got so much hate content just for using AI to make up the stories. So I could go like, yeah, these are written by AI, and you can see how bad they are. So I just don't talk about AI anymore in any way, shape, or form because yeah, I don't like random people on the internet yelling at me. It doesn't bother me that much, but it's still enough. And they also kept going on in my later videos and claiming that all my videos are written by AI, which I've never used AI to write any of my stuff. So yeah. My stuff's written poorly by myself. Thank you very much. Mr. Creepypasta. So Mr. Creepypasta was my first ever narrator. He's the one I watched a ton of back in the day. He's the one who introduced me to like Slender and all that. But my big first jump into it was a channel called Tat's Top Videos. I watched their gaming creepypasta video. A friend sent it to me, and I was like, "Oh, what are these? What are these?" And ended up loving it. So, yeah, it was awesome. I think of Dylan the Night Owl and Sacrow. I messaged Dylan on Twitter. We talked for like a day, kind of. It was like a back and forth. So we were both on Twitter at the wrong times. But yeah, we did talk a little bit. And I was like, hey, you know, what do you know about? I think I asked him, what do you know about gaming creepypastas? Because the idea was I was going to make another gaming creepypasta video, and I wanted to have a bunch of people in it. He's one of the guys. I reached out to him. We talked for a second, and then kind of nothing came of it. So maybe I'll reach out again, or someone can let him know that I want to do a collab with them. I have 3 or 4 people just reached out to me with collabs recently, actually. So hopefully those go through because I love collabing. I love talking to people and hanging out with other creators. The AI horror content creators themselves are pretty friendly. Yeah, I don't know any. I don't know anybody who does, because I know YouTube's banning AI content soon altogether. Supposedly. I watched Mrs. Blue. I have not. You're here with writing horror? Yeah. So I used to write nothing but horror, but I really wanted to try writing a young adult coming of age story because I really like those. So that's kind of where I was going with my book. Is Sacred just another Blame It on Jorge channel? The amount of times people have said I sound similar to Blame It on Jorge is hilarious to me. So when I talk to them, it's going to be very funny because you're going to hear both our voices at the same time, and then you can finally hear the differences. Hopefully you can hear the differences. Maybe we're the same person. Who knows? I think I've seen his face once, so we don't look alike at all. I think he's full, maybe full Mexican. I don't know, but I'm only half. So most people don't even say I look Mexican. Which literally every person I've met has been like, "You're Mexican? Are you serious?" Like, yeah, I know. Have you guys ever watched Dead Meat? That sounds vaguely familiar too. Please do not go down the dark path of many kids. Okay. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. Listen to B Busta. Okay. Will do. You put my content in the background while playing video games? I'm glad to hear that. A lot of people have said that, which is cool because I don't mind, like, because I do the same thing. Whenever I want to watch or whenever I want to play games nowadays, if it's a game especially with a lot of traveling and not a lot to do in between, like Red Dead Redemption or Fallout or like Skyrim or something, I'll throw like an old video playlist. I've been listening to recently, I've been going back through Mullet Mike's playlist. He was a big inspiration for my channel. And so I'm going through Creepy Gaming's entire catalog along with Mudahar's Haunted Gaming. So like back to back. It's kind of like living in 2013 again, basically. But I'm watching all of them back to back. So let's see. You heard about creepypastas when you were in 7th grade and you're 29 now? Wow. Did they come out that long ago? That's crazy to think about. I don't know how old I was when I found creepypastas. I was a teenager, I think, or young teen at least. Maybe like 14, 12. No, 12's too young. It's like 14-ish. I might have been 15. I don't know. Age is kind of like, or the years just kind of go by and I kind of forget a lot of stuff, unfortunately. Because I'm constantly looking at new stuff. I kind of forget some stuff. Do you think you have any old stories you've written? I have a few stories that I wrote. I never uploaded them. They're all on my computer. I have one about a haunted typewriter that I wrote a long time ago. I have one that's that's basically a gaming creepypasta in essence, but it's not exactly one. I have written a gaming creepypasta. I didn't upload it. Again, I just write a lot of stories. I don't actually upload a whole lot. I didn't upload anything until I started making YouTube videos. So you thought I was kind of Asian, not gonna lie. Maybe it's the glasses or the tilt. I don't know. It's the hair. I have a bowl cut. Loved going through old YouTube creepypasta channels, just Candle, Creepy Candle, and Paranormal Mango. I've heard of Paranormal Mango. I've never heard of Creepy Candle. I also do that. So whenever I meet another creator, which happens more often than I expected it to, I will go through their content and kind of like watch all their stuff for them before we meet, so I can be like, oh yeah, I've seen your videos, I've seen them all, and they're like, you've seen all my videos. So when I met, what's his name, Raven. I just know him as Raven. Well, I went through when I met him for the first time through Bard, I went through and watched all of his videos, and he has a ton of videos. So it took me a while to get through them, but I just threw them on in the background. I had my friends send me their content videos so I could watch them when I was moving, because I had a 26-hour drive ahead of me, and so I just threw it in the background and just listened to the entire drive, listened to like all the stories that they were posting. It's pretty cool. If you could, what's the one horror icon creepypasta you think you would reasonably take in a fight? Can take in a fight. That's a popular one. I don't know which one's weak but scary. I don't know. Sonic.exe, like he's just on a disc, right? Can't you just, like, in the first story, it just tells you to break the disc and then it's over, right? Seems easy enough. I don't know if that would work. Definitely could not take Slender Man, and the Rake's like 6'1" or 2, so he's a little taller than I am. And he's got giant claws, so could not take on the Rake. Salutations. Hello. Put it on while doing laundry. I do that a lot too. So I'm trying to get through all these so I can get to the questions that were asked on the channel, because I have questions that were asked in the Discord and on the channel that I need to get to as well. So let me do some of those before we move on. Let's see, where did I ask? Here we go. Okay, so the first question, let's start at the bottom. Wow, I cannot read, that's too small. Let's make that bigger. First question comes from SCP-1231 Proxies. Oh, they're just asking me to make a video on an analog horror iceberg. I might someday. Nothing planned yet, mostly because I'm trying to test the waters with analog horror. If people really like it, then I'll continue with it. If not, I'll do it more sparingly. I do enjoy it. It's just there are so many channels out there that already do analog horror, so I kind of want to stick to my niche and like expand in ways that other people haven't yet, which is why I'm going like a different route than like the analog horror channels. From Juju's Bizarre Adventure. What are your horror hot takes, unpopular opinions? Horror hot take. Creepypastas were never bad. There you go. That's kind of a hot take outside of the community, because whenever I meet someone who knows what a creepypasta is but doesn't really partake in the community, they think they're terrible. And a lot of them are kind of bad, but they're bad in a way that's still enjoyable. There are some that are just bad to read, kind of boring, but it's just the writing's fault, not the medium of the creepypasta, which is literally just a story you post on like a sub or something. So yeah. Let's see, from EMP Horror 9030. There's been a lot of controversy regarding some YouTubers. Okay, this is another one we're talking about. People are discussing the more darker side of these channels, or is that not your opinion or place to say things? I usually don't talk about YouTuber controversies unless it's something that's really bad that's already been proven. Yeah, I just kind of keep my head out of it unless it's hurting. If it's hurting like people that it shouldn't be, like if you guys were getting harassed by another YouTuber, yeah, maybe I'm not the person to do that. I don't really have the power to stop them, but I could at least get in contact with YouTube for you or something. Because no one should be messing with somebody else or hurting anyone else, really. Would you be fine with it if I started an entire religion worshiping our Lord and Savior Sacrow? You know what? Go for it. Meetings are on Tuesday afternoons, and I expect some sort of sacrifice. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Have you read Brother, Where Are You? I have not, but I should. That one comes from Jason Blundell-Doobie-Bussin. Okay, cool, thanks. Know your games. What software do you use to edit your videos? I use Premiere Pro because I'm stuck with Adobe and I can't leave them. They won't let me. And I'm also in college, so I pay less for them, which is nice. Not worth it though. If you want to get into actual editing, do not go with Adobe. Their products are great, top of the line, but the monthly they charge you just to use most of their software, not worth it. It's like $50 just to get all of it, which includes Audition, Premiere Pro, and After Effects, and what was the other one I used? Audition and Photoshop. All of those. It's cool because you can use them all, but yeah, it's not really worth it. What was your first introduction to horror? Same person. It's Jonathan, the human, or Humored. What was my introduction to horror? When I was a child, my grandmother showed me the first Alien movie because she wanted to watch it, and I just happened to be there. I was like 1 year old. I wasn't scared by it apparently, and I enjoyed the movie and wanted to watch it again. So that's kind of where it started. Where Creepypastas started, I found them through a YouTube channel called Tatstop Videos, and I just have been reading them ever since. Technically, I was reading them before that because before that video existed. I just didn't know that they had a name. I just thought they were internet horror stories. I just thought they were campfire stories people were telling online and sharing all over the place. I didn't know they had a name. So, have you ever thought about making an original piece of horror media of your own? Understand it might be difficult to do so because of writer's block. Curious if you'd come up with something with time and or resources. I do want to make, I've wanted to make an ARG for a long time. I want to make something like Petscop where it's a game, but I want people to actually be able to play it, not just one person's playing it and going through it. I want it to be a true ARG, so the fans would have to play the game to find out the secrets in it. That would lead to another game. That would lead to, like, so it's essentially like a game you play, you find the secret website link or something, which leads to a website that has another game to play. Because in my free time, I guess not really my free time anymore, I'm making video games with my friends. We started our own indie dev studio, which is, we only get together once a week because we all have jobs, but it's still something we're doing. And that's it for the questions over there. Let's go back to the chat. I'm a little behind now. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm not that far behind actually. Where are your ancestors from? Ireland? Mine are from Scotland, I think, or Wales, somewhere in that area. So like half is from Europe, half is from Mexico. So that's my combo. A lot of the old ones are trash, but there are trash. True. I mean, I'll claim them. I was watching some old Mudahar videos, like I said earlier. So it's creepy gaming stuff, and he was like, he actually really enjoyed Sonic.exe. I don't remember when he switches to being like, yeah, actually this sucks, but he really did enjoy it. He would play out the games, he'd read all the stories, he was very much into the community about it. And then he kind of like swapped and was like, yeah, I don't like this actually. Which, I mean, makes sense, fine, everyone can change their mind, but it's just kind of funny to see that swap. Whereas Mullet Mike, when he read it for the first time, he didn't like it at all. He said it was bad. He said he gets why it's popular, but he doesn't like it. So, do I listen to music? Nope, I hate music. Music sucks. Yeah, I listen to music. I listen to a lot of music. My favorite band is a group called Poets of the Fall. I found them by accident through Alan Wake. Alan Wake had them featured on their game, and absolutely loved their music. So pretty much my entire playlist is Poets of the Fall stuff. So I love ARGs. I also love ARGs. Someday I will make one, maybe, if I have the time for it. I do a lot of stuff. I do way too much stuff, to be honest. I spend a lot of time doing all sorts of stuff. Probably more than I need to be doing, honestly. Like, I'm drawing. I'm learning to draw, like I mentioned before. I work on my YouTube channel. I go to school full time, and I also work on a a podcast with some friends, and then I also make games with friends. So like that's at least 5 things pulling me in different directions. I do balance them pretty well. The YouTube is my main one. Obviously, I make sure I have a video out at least once a month. Back when I first started doing YouTube, I had a video out once a week, and it was great. I miss doing that, but yeah, it's too hard to do it once a week. Maybe someday I'll get back into it, but yeah, we'll see. You love errors if you're not good at solving them. Yeah, I feel that. Have you heard of that handsome devil? Literally the reason I went through writing my first novella. No, I have not heard of that handsome devil. What is it? You'll have to tell me. I have 1,000 projects going on too. Yeah, I feel that. Every day I turn around and there's 1,000 more projects to do. Eventually I want to just move to making video games and YouTube videos. Like those would be my only 2 things I do. I love coding. Well, I don't. It's not that I don't love coding. It's just it's hard for me to figure out how to creatively code. For now, I just know how to do things and make things work, and it's fine for now. But I want to be able to actually like make cool things in the code. We use Unreal Engine 5 mostly to make stuff, so it's a lot of blueprints plus C++ coding. I really want to be able to draw though, because I want to make my own life simulator games. Have you guys played like Stardew Valley? I love Stardew Valley. I want to make my own Stardew Valley type game. Because, yeah, if I had a successful streaming channel where all I did was stream games, I would only stream life sim games. I just love them so much. Like The Sims, Stardew Valley, the Rune Factory series. There's a new one called Fields of Mystria. It's been pretty fun. It's like a 90s themed Stardew Valley type thing. Love it. So, yeah, that's what I would do. What are you doing if you don't? If I don't, what? Don't work on stuff? Playing video games, I guess. I play a lot of games. A lot of games. Not as much as I used to. I also read a lot. I read like 1 book a month or 2 books a month nowadays. I used to read more than that, but now I don't. My hobbies were supposed to help me relax, but now they stress me out more. I feel that. So I did YouTube for like 5 years, maybe 4 years. Just for fun, just for me. Nothing, didn't have an audience. Maybe 10, 15 people occasionally would watch my videos, and that'd be cool enough. I get 1 comment every 10 videos, and that was cool with that. I didn't mind. Like, I was doing it for me. I was doing it for fun. I think I've told the story before, but I went from making gameplay videos of like Overwatch when that was popular and all these other games to I was all of a sudden doing like Scott the Woz type content where I would talk in front of the camera and make jokes. I had one about Fallout 76, or talking about Fallout 4, and I had a copy of Fallout 76 when it first came out and it was pretty bad, and I like threw it across the room. Yeah, I was one of those guys. I was actually starting to see some traction before I stopped doing that. I was getting a couple thousand views per video with at least 100 comments, which was pretty cool. But my comedic timing wasn't great yet. I was still working on it. And then I made my first horror video, and it got pretty popular. And then I made a horror iceberg, and then that's kind of how I am here now. You were actually wanting to make an SCP? Go for it. SCPs are cool. These ads are kind of weird. Should I know who these people? I feel like I should know who that is. It looks familiar. Is that Jamie Lee Curtis? It looks like Jamie Lee Curtis. So you're here to start a sacred religion? That'd be so beautiful. Yeah, go for it. I'll take fan art as tributes, or you can always like, I don't know, comment on every video and like them, share them around. Yeah, just those things. Yeah, go for it. Do you have a favorite book? I'm a fan of the old classics like The Odyssey. My favorite book is, I always say it's Salem's Lot by Stephen King, but I haven't read it in so many years that I kind of forgot a lot of what the book's about. I just remember the vampire bit, which is kind of cool. What have I read recently that I really enjoyed? I read this book called Scythe. It's like a young adult novel, but it's pretty good. It's not really horror, but it's good. I'm reading, what is it? It's something in the Clown in the Cornfield, I think. It's a horror slasher book. It's okay. It reads like an adult trying to sound like a teenager, though, which is kind of annoying. They're trying to use a lot of lingo and stuff that teenagers use, but I don't know when the book was written, so it just doesn't sound very in touch. Oh, hail Sacrow, praise be our Lord. Thank you. We need to get like a chant going, some sort of, I don't know, nothing rhymes with Sacrow, so. I'm obsessed with Stephen King. His works are my thing. Oh, good. I'm glad you like Stephen King. I read all of his, so the first book I ever read from Stephen King was actually It, when I was a child. I was 12, I think. My mom got me his book, and she edited it herself. She blacked out a bunch of stuff, which was really kind of painful, but I read it anyways because I really wanted to read Stephen King books because I'd seen his TV show. And so I read through it and I was like, all right, cool. It was good. But the blacked out parts I never got to read because I never went back and reread it. So thanks, Mom, for blocking out probably the bad parts of the It book. Good day, Sacred. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're all here. It is so hot in my house because it is summer and I hate it here. But I live here and I can't leave. I'm stuck here forever. I'm going to move to Canada. It's colder there. If you had to get rid of one of the classic creepypastas, what would it be? Get rid of. I don't know if I'd get rid of any necessarily. I would rewrite Sonic.exe in a heartbeat, though. Like, let me rewrite it. I have some ideas. Are they good? I don't know. But I could redo it and it'd be better. So. I also really, really, really enjoy JVK. And I think it needs a little bit more to be perfect. So. The Stand is good. The Stand is massively too long. I used to use The Stand because it's like a really thick book, right? It's like huge. Like, man, my camera's in a weird spot. So it's like big. I used to use it to prop up my table. Its leg was literally broken, so I just put it on top of it and it would actually stay mostly. It's some weird fixes when you're a kid and trying to figure out how to make things work. But yeah, The Stand's huge. I'm reading through Stephen King's The Shining. I never finished The Shining. I've never seen the movie. I know what it's about, but I never actually read it. So I'm finally reading through it, and it's really good. Really slow, but really good. The first Stephen King book was Eyes of the Dragon. I don't think I've read that one. Can't sleep, so I'm back online. What do you think of the Scary Stories Tell in the Dark storybooks? I actually own them. They're on my shelf. Somewhere. Where are they? Other than that, they're on one of my shelves. You know, I don't know where I put them, but I do own them all. I own. My brother bought all three of them, like the original ones with the original art, for Christmas one year because I used to read it to them when we were kids, to scare them. Because apparently I've always loved reading creepy stories to people. So this is my dream job apparently. I want to be an archaeologist though. I don't know how that happened or how this ended up happening. I don't think it's why I want to be an archaeologist. I think I wanted to be a folklorist. I wanted to go around and like find people's folklore and read it to people and like ask people about what they believed in and, you know, different urban legends and stuff and just collect it in a book. Maybe I'll do it someday. We'll see how that goes. I had the idea to rewrite Trust Your Intestine. That's Troll Pasta or Eyelash Jack. Eyelash Jack would be good to rewrite. I mean, Eyelash Jack's fine. I don't think it's a bad story. Definitely not my favorite, though. But it's not bad. I use my copy to press flowers. Oh, and, you know, that works, too. They're pretty big. It's a pretty big book. Your voice is so good to fall asleep to. So soothing. Thank you. I might make a sleep video where all I do is read creepypastas or something. I don't know. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. Maybe I'll take some of the old stuff and just mix it into a giant video for you guys to watch to sleep. You know, called like creepypasta readings to fall asleep to or something. I don't know. Add in some like ambiance wind and some soft piano. I also, so I have insomnia plus I have tinnitus where my ears ring. So I have to have sound on pretty much all the time, which is why I had to have something playing in the background here, which is why we're watching commercials. I needed something in the background. Usually it's rain sounds or music, but yeah. So I pretty much throw on I have a playlist called My Playlist for Sleep or something like that. And it's just old YouTube videos I used to watch when I was younger and just on a loop, low enough where I can barely hear them. That helps me sleep. So I do have a video planned it's planned for October this year. It's going to be my final Creepypasta iceberg. It's going to be the last one. I'm going to take all of the stories I did for the gaming, the internet, for all the genres basically I've covered so far, and I'm going to put them in like a 10-hour video, I guess, however long it ends up being. But I'm going to add 5 to 6 new stories to each iceberg. So gaming will get a whole new section. The TV ones will get Lost TV. What is it called? The TV ones will get another section. Internet, all of them basically. It's gonna be basically like a grand send off for everyone. I'm trying to get some creepypasta readers together. I know people. I've gotten a lot of not a lot, but I've gotten a few complaints about some of the readers I've had on my channel. So I'm going to be a little selective with picking people. Not that I don't like other people's voices. I just want to make sure they match like the same kind of what I'm looking for. What's the word I'm looking for here? Kind of like relaxed vibe that we're going for. So yeah, it'll be like 10 hours long. So you can sleep to it like 3 nights in a row. You know, you sleep for an hour, or you watch for an hour, fall asleep. Then you go back, watch it again for an hour, fall asleep. You know. Tats if they did icebergs instead of top lists. I wish I could work with Tats. When I first started doing YouTube, my dream was to be on one of Tats' videos. I'm like, please just throw me in there. I'll do it for free. You don't have to pay me. Just throw me in. I'm all in. But I don't know the last time they did a creepypasta video was. If they did reach out to me, I'd totally do it though. Totally down still. Tats top videos. They're I don't know. Actually, I don't know a whole lot about their channel. I just watch them. They do like they were the first creepypasta channel I watched. Sorry, they're pretty good. Look them up. Tats top videos. They did gaming creepypastas, non-gaming creepypastas, ritual pastas, and some other stuff. I kind of got the idea for doing iceberg topics from them. I actually saw someone else do a creepypasta tier list, or they did a creepypasta iceberg video. And when I was watching it, I'm like, they're missing so many. Like, where is this? Where is that? Where is this? So I was like, I'll just make my own. So I can thank whoever that person was for not doing the best work in the creepypasta community to get me to do it myself. Whoever that was. I don't know who it was. So there's a bunch of creepypasta icebergs out there. Wow. QuickBooks. Honestly, these old ads are kind of fun to just kind of throw in the background too. They make great background noise. If you need just something going on in the background, this is what it is. I thought about playing a game too. I was going to have a game playing in the background, but I thought I couldn't focus on chat while playing a game as well. I'm just not good at it. Unless it's like Fallout or something where I can stop for a second and smell the roses and, I guess, smell the nuclear fission and, you know, talk to the chat. What's your favorite Pokemon? Arcanine. For sure. But my first ever shiny Pokemon was a Ralts. Sacrow, what is one of your favorite hobbies? What is my favorite hobby? I guess writing. I do a lot of writing. Drawing is a new hobby I'm getting into a lot. I'm not great at drawing yet, though. I've been doing it for 16 days, and I'm getting better. I can draw a mostly correct human face. The eyes may not be perfectly sized, and they could be a little far apart and stuff, but it's fun. YouTube is my favorite hobby, I guess, because that takes all of my little miniature hobbies and puts it all into one. Have I listened to Pink Noise? No, is it like white noise or black noise? Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time to perfect skills. True. I love learning skills. I love getting better at things. So sucking at something, I'm fine with it. I also play a lot of Apex Legends. That's a hobby, I guess. I'm in gold right now, almost plat. I was supposed to play today, but I ended up working on stuff and drawing instead. But I was supposed to climb today with some friends. I used to play League of Legends, and that was like my main game hobby, I guess. I got pretty far. I got to plat something. I think it was plat 3 or 4. Yo, who do you main in Apex? So I play. So okay. So Ashe just got buffed, and everyone loves playing Ashe. But I was an Ashe main back when she sucked. Okay, I have her heirloom. I was there when she was bad, so I was an Ashe main. Right now though, I don't play Ashe. I'm playing Alter, and I'm playing crap. What's that character called? Sorry. I can't remember name the Indian girl. I can't remember her name right now. The one with Sheila. You prefer Titanfall? I love Titanfall. I know the servers are still technically up. I just don't play it. I don't have to go through all that stuff. Yeah, 1900 kills on her. That's a lot. You also mained Ballistic when he wasn't that good. Hey, you know what? Ballistic's fun. I like Ballistic. I would stream it, but again, like most people don't show up to my gaming streams. Whenever I'd stream games, I literally got like 2 viewers, which is fine. I mean, but like I just don't really like streaming games like that. I like streaming more chill stuff where I can talk to the fans, or talk to the camera more than the computer game or game. You have 4K kills on him. That's a lot. That is a lot. Have I listened to Creepcast? I've watched one Creepcast video, and it was pretty good, but I haven't watched a whole lot of Creepcast now. I was actually going to do my own Creepcast content, like my own. I had my own idea for it too, but I never got around to actually doing it, and now they're already doing it, so I can't do it. I mean, I could, but it probably wouldn't be as like those. They're 2 pretty popular YouTubers, so it'd be hard to compete with them on that. Maybe I'll still do it. Maybe I'll find the time. What's your favorite creepypasta? Let's go with The Showers. I keep saying that one, but it's probably The Showers. I recently re-listened to, like I mentioned before, JVK, and I think it's a pretty good creepypasta. I would gladly watch or read JVK again. The Showers? Yeah, The Showers. It's pretty long. Let me see if I can look it up for you. See how long it is. I'm also rereading through. Here we go. Yeah, it's pretty long. It's essentially a story. It's essentially a story about a guy who was told a story from his teacher about this place I think it's in the middle of like an abandoned farm area. It's like a hatch he found, and you open it and you go down into this area that has, well, they have showers, and there's something in it that always like attracted him to it. I don't want to give away too much, but there's something in there that he's looking for, and he's retelling us a story that he was retold from his teacher, and then he ends up making a trip there, and it's like this horrifying experience. It's super, super long. There's a bunch of good readings online. I haven't done it myself. I've been thinking about it, but yeah. I also need to go back to my Patreon and add some new videos on there. I've been so busy, I haven't been uploading there as much. Shout out to the upcoming 10-hour creepypasta. I can add some of it on there, yeah, for sure. Sounds good, thank you. I hope you read it. It's pretty fun. Or fun. It's a pretty good story. My stream just restarted. That was weird. I feel like YouTube's streaming service, it's fine, but it's like kind of sucky too. Have you read Feed the Pig? It's pretty good. I have not. I have not heard of Feed the Pig. I'll check it out. Check it out. My voice is going. I haven't talked this much in a while. Get some water and I'll read the rest of your guys' comments. I sits there playing League of Legends when suddenly The Showers. That is hilarious. Thank you. It should be Smash players though. They're the ones who, like, every time you go to a competition, the place stinks for some reason. I've been to a lot of anime conventions, and those people need to wear deodorant. Lots of it. Didn't know if you could read on a stream. I could read on a stream. It's pretty long. It would probably be the entire stream because the last time I read it, it took me at least an hour to get through it all. Like I said, it's really long. Have I read NES Godzilla Replay? I have. I've read up to where it is now, unless they've added a new thing. So I definitely enjoy it. It's about self-ending? Oh, okay. Well then, I'll be careful with that one. Also might get you demonetized. I've been demonetized a few times, but not as often as you'd think. Luckily, YouTube does not demonetize. I had a message or mention of it earlier, and it didn't demonetize me, so it's pretty cool. Shin Godzilla versus NES Godzilla, who wins? Shin Godzilla, probably. For sure, actually. Do you like Dr. Pepper? It's not my favorite soda, but I do like Dr. Pepper. Favorite's probably Sprite. Love Sprite. Probably the only person you're going to hear say their favorite is Sprite, but I like it. What is that baby ad? That was scary. These must be early 2000s commercials. I don't remember a lot of these, though. Was I watching TV in the early... I should have been. I was a child then. These ads are weird. Hey, welcome. Make me some coffee. I would kill for a coffee right now, honestly. I made a really simple one this morning to get me through work, but yeah, I need some more coffee. What games do you play? So I play Apex Legends. I'm playing through this game called Rune Factory Guardians of Ozma. Rune Factory is it's a spin-off series of the Harvest Moon games. But I don't know. I like them a little more. So that's what I've been playing recently. I'm also playing through Earthbound again. I've been wanting to make my own combat system like Earthbound's. So I'm going through that again. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Have you played Hotline Miami? I have. I haven't played it in years, but I have it. Have you read NES Godzilla Replay before? Yeah, I've read through. Yeah, I think I answered that up above, but yeah, I've read through it. I've read through both the original NES Godzilla and Replay up to wherever it's at. I don't know if he's continuing it or not. I have no clue. Have you played Fear and Hunger? I have not, but I've heard good things, like really good things. Forever Winter is a really good game. I'll check it out. I'm pretty much just getting a list of games from you guys now. All right, any other games? Just throw them in the list. Just give me all of them. The next super chat to mention a game, I'll play it on stream, unless I don't own it. Then I won't play it on stream because then I have to buy it. I've been getting more into creepypastas. Good. They're fun. Expedition 33 is peak. I agree. Expedition 33 was so good. I need to finish it. Again, it's another game I haven't finished. I have this problem where I start games and don't finish them unless I have the time to play them. So like on the weekends, I'll play a game all the way through because during the week, I'm literally swamped. I have classes for 6 hours and then I come home and I work on YouTube for like 3 to 4. And then I go to the gym or whatever I have time for. So then like the weekend shows up, Friday's here, and then I can play finally. It's like, oh cool, Friday, let's pick a game to play. And lately I've been playing, so I was playing Oblivion and then I switched to something else. And oh, thank you, Broken Shen. Did it say work? What game am I playing? What game am I playing? Let's figure it out. I'll do a stream of it next week if you guys pick a game. I don't know what day next week because oh, I shouldn't be too busy next week actually. Let the people choose. I had 30-something people watching earlier. It usually drops off the longer the night goes on. I don't really think about it too much. Fear and Hunger. Which one's Fear and Hunger? I swear I've seen it. Well, let me open my Steam. When are you going to continue the Creepypasta? October. I'll be finishing that Creepypasta Iceberg in October. Sorry, that was my Steam. I'm going to move it over here so you guys can't see my name. Okay, let's see. So Fear and Hunger, is that what you said? There it is, $7.99. Is this something I could play on stream? It looks like I cannot play it on stream. I'm reading through the reviews right now. Yeah, I might play it myself though. It sounds really interesting. Fun and relaxing game with many endings. I'm sure it does, friend. Okay, unforgiving horror RPG. I have been wanting to play an RPG recently. Like, besides the ones I'm already playing. I like this as like a hangout. Yeah, that's the idea. The idea is you throw some stuff on, like we all hang out and, you know, vibe. Talk about whatever we're doing. Everyone's days are going. I didn't want to see someone's feet. Hello? Blur that out. I don't have a blur option. Fear and hunger is brutal. Yeah. Apex. Yeah, let me get the boys on and we'll play some Apex. My friends are pretty decent at the game. I have days where I'm good and days where I'm bad. I'd probably be bad because I'd be streaming. When you're streaming, you're always worse at whatever you're doing. Don't know why. You just are. I've been wanting to download some mods for like Oblivion and trying to make it like kind of scary and then run through it. That might be fun. Stream curse, pretty much, yeah. Let's see. Might need some censor mods. That would be, yeah. Yeah, there's ways to censor your content while you're playing. Like I can set up a key binding here that'll auto blur my screen when I'm playing games. So Lost in Vivo sounds really familiar. Like very familiar. Maybe I'll just do Skyrim. Finally beat Skyrim. I've never beat it. I always start it, get pretty far, decide I want to play with mods, download a bunch of mods, play through it a bit, and then turn it off, and then go, oh, I should play it again, restart it over, download some more mods, and do it again. I pretty much just mod Skyrim. I've modded it more than I played it. But I've been wanting to actually beat it, see what happens at the end of the game. Yeah, should do a Skyrim run. Yeah. We'll do a Skyrim run. We'll make it a horror game somehow. I'm sure there's mods out there that can make it scary. Dude, why am I seeing so many feed ads? Hello? Skip ahead.
Do you enjoy a lively game of ping pong but hate chasing balls around the room or never being able to find a ball?
These ads are really weird now. They have an hour and a half of ads, so
Once attacked, push and play pong with a simple push of the button.
yeah.
Launches the ball into your hand.
What should we play in Skyrim then? If we're playing Skyrim, what should we be? Should we be a Khajiit? I like cats. Cats are cool.
Pong's ball hopper holds up to 16 balls, allowing you to focus on your game.
Is this a real item?
Making every ball
Who is so lazy they just have to have a ball ready at all, like a thing that pushes the ping pong ball out?
even acts as a storage device.
I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's also like kind of wasteful.
Hours of uninterrupted play without ever leaving the table. Stay in the game. Order your push and play pong.
You know what? I want one of these. Someone call the number and order one for me, thanks.
876. Just $29.99.
Make a human character? I could be like a Nord.
876. Call now.
Usually when I play those games, I make either the ugliest character imaginable or just like the most generic looking character imaginable.
Make every day good to the last drop.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll run through Skyrim at some point. The game's pretty long, but I'll get some horror mods. Wait, what game is this? Looks very familiar too. This is a game? It's gotta be a game, right? Yeah, it's an Xbox game. Alright, what is it? Is it Forza? Project Gotham Racing. I kind of forgot that game existed. I own it. It's right over there. Should totally play Binding of Isaac on stream. I've been thinking about it. Or not thinking about playing it on stream, but I was thinking about playing it. I've never actually played it at all. But my friends told me it's really good. So I've also never played through Undertale. I know people love Undertale. I just have never done it. So I feel like I'd be pigeonholed into playing it a certain way if I wanted to play it. So, because I know there's like the genocide route where you kill every single thing in on the screen, every single thing you run into, or there's also like the where you don't kill anything at all, pacifist route. And I guess there's a middle route too. Having not played Undertale is a crime. I've heard that, yes. Yeah, I've never played Undertale. I own it though. You've been deprived of peak. I own it. I've only played like 2 hours of it, I think. I don't know who bought it for me, but somebody bought it for me because they really wanted me to play it. Yeah, here it is. Undertale. Undertale. Played 27 minutes of it. It's pretty good. You like Deltarune? I've heard stuff about Deltarune. I've never actually played it myself. Someone's doing a genocide run right as we speak. I hope it's going well for them. The game, like the combat system looks really fun. But the only thing I really know about Undertale is about the coding of the game because we had to learn about it in my gaming class. Apparently the coding was really, really, really bad. But the game is so perfect that code doesn't matter because it runs, you know? Hold it up right now or you'll have your grandpa put a curse on me. Yeah, I can't play it right now, but you know, for sure later. It's Soul level 1 Bloodborne might be fun. Oh yeah, Bloodborne's an incredible game. I wish it was on PC. I have my PS5 in my living room. I have to bring it in here. I'm not gonna watch this ad. I don't know what's happening. Bloodborne would be really fun. Actually, I love the Souls games. I've played through, like I said, most of them. I didn't play Sacrow though. I should also play that. Looks like you're living out the plot to drag me to hell now. That is unfortunate. Give me at least 6 days. I gotta get this next video out. Once that's out, you can do what your grandma can do whatever curse she wants, and then we'll figure it out. We'll work on some terms. Wow, these ads are weird. Yeah, I'll have to play some of these games. I know I'm really behind on games. To be fair, for a long time, I didn't play any other video games besides League of Legends because when I was in the military, the only way I could talk to my friends was online, and the only thing we could do is play video games together, and all they wanted to play was League of Legends. So I would hop on, play League of Legends for like 3 to 4 hours so I could talk to my friends, and then I'd go about my day. And I didn't really have time to do anything else. I played through Persona 5 and 4 and 3. The Witcher? I also played The Witcher. I was in the I was in the military for quite a while. I got out recently. Yeah, I'm a vet. I'm a veteran, yep. I'm a vet. I have veteran medical. The military hurt me quite a bit. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate my normal voice. I'm so glad I don't have to do anything with my voice. I'm so glad people just are fine with it sounding how it sounds. I do get the occasional person who is like, you sound too monotone, but yeah, who cares? Why are cool people always veterans? A lot of people join the military for different reasons. I joined so I could travel. So I joined the Navy, and then I got to explore the world. So I went to Japan, the Philippines, Ireland and Scotland, Iceland, Italy, Spain. I tell people I've been to India, but I wasn't really there. I went to the airport at India, and I went to the airport at Thailand as well. But I wasn't really there long enough for it to matter. I was there for like 4 hours each. And then I've also been to El Salvador, and I've also been to several parts of the Middle East. But yeah, that's an unfortunate one. They were all fun. All those places were cool. I met cool people there. The locals are cool. The food's good. Yeah. And yeah, I was in the Navy. I did intelligence. It was fun. It was fun. It was tiring. It taught me a lot of stuff that I use today, so that's nice. I don't recommend joining, by the way, if anyone's wondering. If you're already in, good for you, but if you're not in, don't join. Life's better to do. It's better to have freedoms than to not, I should say. Okay. I think I had a few more questions on Discord that I didn't read through. Yeah, I don't even know if these people are here anymore. I already answered that one.
The Whopper says, any food left unattended.
What would you say your scariest experience you've had in your childhood or adulthood was? We were shot at when I was we had a bomb go off when I was in the Middle East. That was pretty scary. And then we had people shooting near us when I was in El Salvador. So those are pretty scary. Those are real experiences. For like scary horror stuff, let's see. My friends and I once biked down to this abandoned house, and I swear there was somebody living in there or something because we heard voices in the basement, which we never made it down to. Something was moving down there, and we left the house. So, scariest real horror story. We went to a spooky house. It was straight up like out of a horror movie. Like we rode our bikes down there, and then we went inside the house, and yeah. Is it bad you want to go to the Air Force to help pay with college? No. So the military isn't bad, especially if it's to help you pay for college and stuff. Just it can be a little rough on you. Just you got to know that part. The Air Force is probably the better of the 4 branches. I guess 5 branches if you want to count the Coast Guard. The Air Force definitely will give you a lot of opportunities to do stuff. Reminds me of that one film about a bunch of guys in the Middle East bringing a demon back with them. What film is that? That sounds familiar. There was that, what's that movie called? The Exorcist. They bring a demon back with them. I think it's from the Middle East or Egypt or something. Maybe somewhere in Africa. I'm not entirely sure. I watched it for Halloween last year. It wasn't as good as I remember it being when I was a kid. So... I hope my video doesn't get, or the stream doesn't get flagged because I have all this stuff going on in the background. Every time I've done a stream where we watch like commercials, like we had one where we watched like cursed commercials, like absolutely disturbing stuff, and yeah, the stream got flagged, so I made no money on it, which is fine. I don't do streams for the money. I don't make enough money on streams. The super chats are very helpful, but the actual like ad revenue I make on streams is like nothing. You have to have like 100 viewers to make any money on this. It's getting later is why. The chat kind of dies the later we stick around. Unfortunately. That's why I usually have like a game or something I'm playing in the background, so that way if the chat starts to chill out, I start to do something else. I can ask you guys some questions. How's summer going for everyone? It's like the early bird hours for me. Yeah, it typically is, but it's a Friday night, so a lot of people go out on Friday nights to go party and stuff, I guess. I don't know. My friends are all pretty much always out on Friday nights, so I could never really hang out with any of them. I usually do Saturdays for everything. You have a good summer? Good. My summer classes just ended, so I've been kind of just had some free time finally, which is why I'm doing this now. I'm going to do a few streams here and there, and I'm going to be putting out more content. I have some new videos coming out soon. I hope you guys like them. I'm trying to come up with a new name for the series I did before, the Monsters Born from the Internet series. It did really well, but I didn't like the title that much. Like Monsters Born from the Internet, it's just too long. Hello, love your work. Have you considered doing an iceberg on things you should never look up? Yeah, that could be fun. I have an iceberg saved called The Internet, the Iceberg, which is literally so many entries it would take 10 plus hours to cover everything. You're going to start doing commissions where you have to get a real job. Hey, commissions are a real job. Doing art is a real job. I've done plenty of real jobs to get to where I am today. This is both my job and my hobby, and that's great. I hope to sell games someday, because that'd be fun. Not just horror stuff, just everything. I just want to make stuff. I just like making stuff. But yeah, I really need help coming up with a new name, because either that or Burger King. Hey, you know what? Burger King is great. Don't work at Burger King though. If you live, depending on where you live, I don't know if you have a Chick-fil-A near you, but Chick-fil-A pays better than Burger King. In-N-Out pays even better if you live in California or on the West Coast. Like In-N-Out starts at 22, 20 or 22 starting, which is pretty good for a first job. Especially if you don't have to worry about like bills too much. Triple quarter pounders? Bro, no way. Yeah, it's playing a Burger King commercial. Perfect timing. Yeah, that is perfect timing. Do you watch indie animated projects? I haven't watched any of the ones you listed, but I do watch a lot of them. I actually watch a Sonic one. I think it's called Sonic and Knuckles show. It's like it's Sonic and Knuckles. Like someone animated it and voiced it. And it's pretty funny. It's kind of dumb here and there, but I enjoy it. So, shout out to whatever creator that is. I don't know if they'll like me because I'm gay and not very religious. I mean, my Chick-fil-A has at least one gay man working there. They can't not hire you for that. That's illegal. But I mean, if you just don't want to work there, it's also fine. Like there's plenty of other places you can work that are more accepting. Starbucks pays pretty well, or used to pay pretty well, but they're also like anti-union, so we ain't cool with that. Starbucks also helps you pay for college, which is pretty cool. Oh, speaking of Sonic, there he is. There's my boy. I have a ton of Sonic stuff in here that I can't show you guys because I have to get up and walk around and it's too hot to move. I also have this Kirby my wife made me. It's crocheted. Sits on my desk. I take him when I put him on my desk whenever I'm drawing and stuff. I don't know if people like still believe in like having lucky objects, like something around them. But whenever I do anything creative, I just put Kirby on my desk. Just set him down. It's like, boom. Just goes here when I'm doing something creative, like writing or drawing or doing editing. Have you ever played D&D? You seem like you would. I have played D&D. I don't know what you mean by you seem like you would, but I'll take it as a compliment. I like D&D. D&D is fun. I have some D&D books in here somewhere. Let me see what's behind me, actually. 1 second. Okay, so I don't have any D&D stuff on me in this room. It must all be in the living room where I keep my board games. But I do have my Command's ball cap from when I was in the military. Wow, U.S. Navy. How cool. I don't wear hats anymore. My hair just doesn't agree with hats, so. Unhinged D&D is my favorite. I also play D&D pretty unhinged. I love doing crazy stuff in that game. Yeah, what classes do you guys play in D&D? And can you guess what class I play? I'll let you guys have 2 guesses each. If you can If you get it right, I'll go grab a book or something or tell you about my character. Monk is a good guess. I actually really like monks. Second favorite class is monk actually, but it's not the one I play. Yo, burning DVDs? That's crazy. Are you playing and doing another exploring the abandoned internet video? Yes, I do have one planned. I'm trying to figure out a new angle for it. I'm thinking about it's really about the titling thing, because if you title things too similarly, then they end up fighting each other in the algorithm. So you kind of like find a new title way to call it. For a while I was calling it exploring the abandoned internet, and then exploring the abandoned side of the internet, things like that. But if I could find a better title, then I would totally be down for it. Ranger or Artificer? You know, Artificer sounds amazing, but never played one. So nope, not those either. I played a monk with a musket that gets people high. It works 9 out of 10 times. You know, if it works at all, that's perfectly good. No, I really like playing mixed classes. Like I like playing melee and magic together. In Baldur's Gate 3, I played 2 different classes. One was monk, so I also play paladins. I tried to make a paladin character, but it wasn't great. So like battle mage, yeah. So like blade singers or what's the warlock one called? Hexblade. I like hexblades too. Very nice. Demogorgon. Honestly, a lot of people got into D&D recently. I really like how people got into it. Like through both Stranger Things and just like in general, people were just getting into it. What was your best D&D memory? We were once playing a D&D session where we were working for the SCP Foundation, kind of like a D&D version of the SCP Foundation that my DM had come up with. And I was playing a paladin, and my paladin, whenever I make a character, I always give him some weird quirk, some weird they could do, so I can role play it. And so I made it so their whole thing was they wanted to convert as many people as possible to their god. And so when we were surrounded by the SCP guards, and they were explaining to us what our next mission was, because our job was to go out and collect the SCPs and bring them back without killing them. We ended up killing like a bunch of them, but the ones we didn't kill, we did bring back. They would give us more gold if they kept them alive. But the way he did it is that you had to hit the exact amount of, like, within 1 or 2 health points of what they had without going over to knock them out to take them with you. And then we get more gold if we did it that way. But we were surrounded by these guys, and I was like, hey, I want to roll my charisma check, or I want to roll charisma and try to convince everybody here that they should join my religion. And I rolled a 20. And I stood up, and he's like, okay, make a speech. And so on the spot, I made up a speech about my character being like, this religion is blah, blah. If you want to have perfect skin and great hair and all this stuff. And like, he's like, okay, most of them were convinced. You now have people joining your religion. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, you get a buff now. Oh, I get a buff now. Cool. And that was fun. I convinced a fish person to take a piece of wood for a spear and told him if he jumped off a cliff, he'd live if he held it. Did he live if he held it, though? Did you kill this man? This fish man. That's impressive. Yeah, I roll really low when I play D&D, which is why everyone wants me to be that. No, he didn't live. I figured he wouldn't. I roll really low when I play D&D, which is why people like to put me on like tank characters, which characters you don't need to roll high to do things, or they want me to be the DM because then combat becomes slightly easier because I always roll slightly lower. I don't know what it is about me, but I always roll slow or always roll low. It's just an unfortunate fact of my life, I suppose. But yeah, no, my best time playing was probably that. I had another character I played that was somewhat similar to that, but most of the time I just try to play my characters kind of not silly or goofy, but kind of like they have their own thing going on. I played a monk They were amongst something. They're like the angelic species. I can't remember what they're called. Or race, sorry. And I made it so she was haunted by like a spirit that hung out with her. And then like I would roll my dice to decide if my spirit talked to me that day or not. Yeah, Azamar. Yeah, Azamar. It was pretty fun. Yeah. Excuse me, Eldritch Abomination. Do you have a moment to talk about our champion, Azeron? Yeah, basically, yeah. I was just talking to them and they all agreed to join me. Sacrow, do you have a personal creation you're working on? Like a book or something? I am working on a book, yes. It's 100 pages, or 99 pages, sorry. Right now, it's hopefully going to be done. I want to finish it by the end of this year, but we'll see if that happens. Right now, I'm working on getting 20 pages out in the next week. It's like a mixture of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Harry Potter. So it's like a school you go to learn how to hunt monsters. Kind of. It's a little more complex than that, but I just like to tell people that that's the combo and they can figure out what they can think about whatever it is. Let's see. Yo, what's up, Sacrow? Really enjoyed your analog horror creature video. Thank you. Thank you. I was trying to see how well people would like that video. It got a lot of views initially. People really liked it. I haven't checked it in a while, but people were enjoying it. I got a lot of people commenting and talking about how much they liked it. So that was good. That's good news. So let me check. Okay, it's still got a good decent amount of views. Same here, support my fellow authors. Hey, I will read anyone's book. If you guys send me your book, I will read it. If you tell me your book idea, I will listen. Yeah, my book wouldn't, if I ever finish this book, it would probably be at least a couple years before it comes out. Oh no, it's over. Which one we want to watch? Quake Nightmare Mode? I've been getting recommended a lot of smaller channels lately, and I've been kind of going through a bunch of them. Do I want to hear it? Yeah, go for it. My novella is finished if you want it. Oh, you finished it? That's cool. I can't guarantee I'd read the entire thing, but if you want to send me like a snippet of it, I'd check it out. I'm a big fan of reading people's stuff. Let's do half-hour TV commercials from 2000s. There we go. You have a book, but it's quite crazy and interesting concept. Hey, those are the best ones. When you have a crazy idea mixed with an interesting concept, like together, it's great. Anyone have their book ideas? I mean, I have a couple, but besides the one I'm writing now, I have one that's kind of based on the SCP. It's called Entity Hunters, and it's like, or Anomaly Hunters, sorry, where it's like a group of people who are sent out all across the world to interact and catalog entities and anomalies. It's not something I've gone further than just thinking of that. I don't even have a main character or anything picked out for it. Just the general concepts in my head. I've written it down somewhere. Anomaly Hunter's a good one. Yeah, basically, I watched a lot of Anomaly. I played a lot of the Anomaly games. Like, I'm on observation duty and stuff. So, you know.
Man, this place is falling apart.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us your story. I'm here. So welcome. Can you ask questions? Go for it.
I'm not a patient. I'm a healthcare consumer.
Ask away.
I'm a chocolate container.
I am not a plain M&M. I am a milk chocolate M&M.
M&M's, same grade chocolate.
Man in the Machine. It's set in a futuristic 1920 setting. That's cool. I love, what do they call it? Retrofuturism? Where it's like retro stuff in the future. Or futuristic retro, I guess. I don't know. I like it a lot. Sorry, River, you can ask a question. I didn't mean to cut you off if you were trying to. Go for it. 1920s is an interesting choice too, yeah, because that was like the flappers and stuff like that. A guy named Brocco goes missing, and it's up to Detective Marsh to find out where he went. Oh, it's a crime story. I like that. I'm currently reading a crime story. I can't remember the name of it, but it's not super good. I'm only reading it because I got it free from the library. I use my library a lot because libraries are cool. futuristic 1900 settings. Honestly, I really like the 90s era. I think the 90s and early 2000s had a cool vibe to them. The 80s I wasn't around for, so I have no idea. I mean, I really wasn't around for the 90s either. Let me join the Discord. Go ahead.
Another stage of human evolution.
Oh, it's the X-Men movie. Or one of them. Yeah, you can put it in the art channel. I should put like like a reading channel thing. Honestly, I don't use my Discord as much as I used to. I used to be on there every day, but now I don't go on there too often. So every time I go on there, it's somebody's asking me a question or something. I need a haircut. What's your guys' favorite, not favorite books, I guess. What inspired your writing the most, I guess? Because for me, my biggest inspiration for writing has always been coming of age type stories. Not quite like Harry Potter's, but I have read Harry Potter. So. I also really like Stephen King books. I love the vibe of the young outcasts fighting against humanity type stuff. Or fighting against monsters to save humanity.
Well, Heather.
That's never happened before.
We should have had a biggie fries and a drink.
Wendy's classic double with cheese bliss, at least when it comes to hamburgers.
And remember,
Wendy sounds kind of good.
open late, so you can eat great evenly.
Have you used a green crayon instead of lotion?
Shoot, I forgot.
I don't know what that means. I don't want to know what that means, probably.
Just be sure to dial 1-800-COLLECT.
Is it really better?
Oh yeah, 1-800.
Post it in the art channel? Cool. I'll check it out when I can.
It saves a buck or two?
And it's easy.
Hello, everyone who just joined. We're talking about books and what interests us creatively, basically. Like what inspires you, I guess, to create.
Why did you get off the plane? I got this feeling. I saw Death's plan.
Is this no, what is this? Oh, this is crap, what's that series called? The one where they escaped death and now they Final Destination. That's what it is. You're currently in the early stages of making a novel. It's about a group of young adult hunters living in a space colony on an alien planet. That sounds cool. I like space stuff. Sci-fi's cool. Wait, lighters didn't exist in the 20s? Oh, they did exist, but they were only for rich people? That's cool. See, you learn something new every day. The hunters are of a diverse alien species in appearance and are close friends of one another. That's cool. I would read that. I haven't read a good sci-fi in a while. My wife's writing a sci-fi book. Hers is done, actually. She wrote the entire book. She just she's in the process of editing it, and then she wants to get it published. Yeah, I love hearing people's ideas for books. Or just in general, like stuff you want to create. Yeah, I'm married. I've been married for 4 years now. Yeah, she's a writer. She does writing. She used to stream, but she doesn't stream much anymore. Yeah, I know people are always looking. They always like whenever I say I'm married, and whenever I say I was in the military, they're always like, "What? There's no way." But like, you know, life happens. Yeah, my wife stitched me this Kirby. Hold on, let me get it into focus. There it is. It's pretty cool. I think she was gonna sell a few, but she never made more than this one. So she also made me a Sonic, but she doesn't like me showing off the Sonic one too much because its eyes are made of paper. I think it looks good. She didn't like the eyes, that's why she doesn't like me showing it off. And then she also made me this. These are all birthday gifts from different birthdays. It's from Persona 5. It's Arsene. It's pretty cool. Working on an idea about a soldier in a post-apocalyptic America ravaged by cannibal by Cannibal Virus. Inspiration from 28 Days Later. Ooh, I love 28 Days Later. I haven't seen the new one though. Weeks or months or whatever the new one's called. Or years. Yeah, I have just a lot of stuff on my... Hello, welcome. Wait, your picture looks familiar. Can I do another character? No, I do not. Sorry, I'm like moving things around. My desk is a mess right now. Brother and dad were watching that earlier? That's cool. Time Glass. How do we feel about zombie media? Is it still cool? I used to be really big into zombie media. Sorry, I was watching this ad. But yeah, I used to watch a lot of zombie movies, and I played a lot of zombie games. I play a lot of Project Zomboid, and I used to play a lot of Left 4 Dead. But I mostly played Left 4 Dead with my friends because they always wanted to play something. Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of... Yeah, I agree. There hasn't been a lot of good zombie stuff lately, unfortunately. You have a medieval horror story? You want to have it right on Creepcast? That'd be cool. I promised a few people I would read their stories on a video yet, and I haven't done it yet. I feel bad. Should probably get to that. On my Patreon, I have the everybody can send everyone who's a Patreon or patron on my Patreon. I will read the story they send me. So like if they send me a story they want me to read, I'll make a video on it. As long as it's not too long, because someone did want me to read one that was like 30 pages. And they're like, "Can you read this?" I'm like, "I don't think I can." Not for a video, at least.
Home Team 43 News is sponsored by the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail.
That's very cool. It's very cool. I don't know what that is. Getting banned. Oh, look. It's wrestling. SmackDown. Cleveland. Protocol Zombies Groundwalkers. That's cool. I do like the name. I like the name Walkers, which I think is what they call them in The Walking Dead. I like having other names for them than zombies, but zombies are fun enough. Do you have a lot of experience with literature or writing in general? Kind of. I've been writing since I was like 12. So, what is that? 15, 16, 17? 15 years? Maybe 15 years or more, because I think I've been writing that long. But I mean, I wasn't great at it back then. I've been writing for a while. I didn't start taking writing seriously until I was 19 though. And then that's when I started looking into like how books are written and how like sentence structure works, and yeah, just, you know, getting all that stuff together. But yeah, 19 is when I started taking writing seriously. I started posting my short stories to a website that doesn't exist anymore, I think. It was I can't remember. There was like some writing website. Hollows for zombies. I'm thinking my book into a series. My book is supposed to be a series. I want it to be at least 3 books. Because coming of age stories are kind of hard to write in one book. You got to do like overtime thing, like maybe at least 3 books. Personally. It's 60 pages. I mean, you could send me a snippet of it. I would still be interested to read it. I think I'm going to start moving to Australia for the summer. Because then it'll be cold over there. That'd be nice. Maybe not Australia because their spiders are huge. Maybe like New Zealand. Does New Zealand have big bugs? I've never looked. What video games are you playing at the moment? So I talked about it earlier. I'm trying to climb to Diamond in Apex Legends. I'm playing through Earthbound again. And I'm also just playing a bunch of random horror games here and there. Trying to get some ideas for my own horror game that I'm working on. I have no idea what any of that means, to be honest with you, River. But very cool. I'm glad you like zombie stuff. I've also been playing a game called Rune Factory, Guardians of Ozma. It's pretty fun. I need to play some more of it. I'm getting near the end, I think. It's hard to play it though because it's only on my PC, and it's definitely a game you should be playing on your couch. I like when you refuse to giggle. Thanks. I do my best. What movie is this? Oh. A big multiplayer guy, I take it? I do play a lot of multiplayer games. I used to not be into them at all. The only multiplayer game I played when I was younger was Gears of War. And then I got really into League of Legends. And I became super competitive in it. And then I switched from that to playing Apex Legends. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the show, I guess. What is this? Yeah, I've played a lot of competitive games. Think you'll be checking out the Battlefield 6 on beta? Yeah, I actually like I like shooters, so I probably will check it out. I'm pretty good at FPS games. I'm not like, I don't know, who's like the best FPS player in the world? I can't even think of one. I'm not like pro, but I can, you know, I can aim a gun and I can hit my shots most of the time. So I do like Call of Duties and stuff like that. I've been playing. Have you guys played? It's a new. It just came out. It's called Supervive. It's kind of like a League of Legends mixed with, I guess, with like Apex. It's a, you drop in, you collect items, and you fight each other till there's one team standing. I forgot what those are called. Battle Royale. It's a battle royale game. It's pretty fun. It doesn't have a lot of players though. It's got like maybe 10,000 to 12,000 per day, which means it's kind of hard to play against anybody that's not good at the game already. It's made from the guys who, some of the guys who made League of Legends left the studio at Riot Games, and they went there to make that game. It's pretty fun. They were hiring recently. I was looking at their what it takes to work there. I don't have all of those qualifications, but I would love to be picked up by a company. I'd rather stay indie at this point in time, but until I can make my own art, it's kind of hard. I can name one multiplayer game I'm great at. Most. Oh, you can't name one. There's some really easy ones to get into. Call of Duty is not too hard to get into. League of Legends is very hard to get into. Apex Legends is also very hard to get into. Fortnite's kind of fun. Just equip shotgun. Yeah, I mean, shotguns are pretty broken in most games. In Apex, you'll get wrecked by somebody without or with a shotgun if they like dive in on you. But if they can't get to you and you can gun them down before they reach you, then it's not too big of a deal.
Got any 8-penny galvanized?
Sure, Bob.
Oh, and some 12 ounces for later.
No problem.
These commercials are weird.
See you next weekend.
She just delivers beers. Half-Life 1. I do like Half-Life. I've never finished Half-Life 2, whatever the other part of it was called. All right. Thank you for your comments. Have I ever played Marvel Rivals or Overwatch? Yes, I play Overwatch quite a bit. Or used to play Overwatch quite a bit. I can't get my friends to join me. Just trolling. It's fine, guys. It's fine. It's whatever. As long as it doesn't say anything too bad, I don't mind them being here. I don't think I have any mods watching this, so I'd have to figure out how to kick them. And I don't know how to do that, so. I'm not a fan of kicking people. Like I said. Like, I don't mind if people troll me or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're just here. They're just having fun. I don't know what this is either. Gotta love the trolls. Yeah, I mean, I've been trolled before several thousand times, being on the internet most of my life, so you learn to just live with it. It's not too big of a deal. Have a conversation. Can't have a conversation one-on-one. There's like at least 11 people in here. Maybe more. I don't know. The numbers on the YouTube thing aren't exactly accurate. You've seen the bumper, "The dawn is your enemy," but what about "the dusk is your ally"? I've never seen "the dusk is your ally," but I have seen "the dawn is your enemy." 10, I think. Yeah, mine says current viewers 11, but it also keeps jumping up to 15 and back down again, so it's kind of weird. The American version of Jackie Chan. Wow, very. Is it because we have the same hair? I don't know what Jackie Chan looks like, actually, when I think about it. I've seen his movies, but like off the top of my head, I can't picture him.
Look up the barbell. Phosphagen HP is a high-performance energy drink with creatine, right? So you do use EAS. Never hurts to have an edge. Get the edge.
Yeah. So, yeah, my the sub number doesn't really indicate how many people are going to show up to a stream. If I was doing streams on Creepypastas, they might all be here. Or if I'm doing a stream based on like what I'm covering, then it's a lot of people showing up. But since this one's just a Q&A and vibes stream, most people aren't going to watch it. Most people want to watch the content. They're not there for me. They're there for the content. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Yeah, so I follow a bunch of YouTubers. I know some people who have like, they have like 1,000 subscribers and they get like a couple hundred people watching them at a time. So like, it just depends on what you do. We are here for you. Well, thank you. I'm also here for you guys. That's like, yeah, that's why I'm here. What is the commercial? I don't know. These commercials are weird. This one's an anti-smoking commercial, I think. Oh, the one for Nutty Professor? Yeah, I don't think I've seen it all the way through. Horrified? Yeah. When I did a stream for cursed commercials, and there was like 200 people in here. And that was probably my biggest one yet. But the stream got demonetized because I was watching commercials on full blast, and YouTube didn't like that. Oh, have I? The dusk is your ally is a joke. Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. I think the dusk is your ally sounds kind of funny, though. The dawn is your enemy, though. For sure. Question? Answer, probably? Oh, for the chat. Not for me. What should you draw? I'll let you guys take that one. Do I collect Pokemon cards? What's my favorite? I have some Pokemon cards. I don't collect them, though. So I wouldn't know what my rarest one is. They're in perfect condition, though. They're just sitting in a box. Sacrow, you're included. Oh, okay, cool. What do you like drawing? I've been drawing a lot of Naruto characters lately, because I think their head shapes are easy to draw. Anti-smoking mascot. Yeah, don't smoke, everybody. It's bad for you. It can ruin your teeth, and it makes you so you can't taste things. Mostly Grim War stuff? Okay. I'm not sure then. Myself. Oh, Tech Priest. I keep watching these ads. I'm supposed to be talking to everybody. Ask you a question? Who do you main in Apex Legends? Now, these ads are like both weird and just kind of, I don't know, boring. Tech Priest, all right. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Tech Priest sounds cool. I really want to draw. I'm probably going to draw after this, actually. I bought a new pen because I'm trying to draw a pencil and then I'm trying to pen over it. But yeah, I'm not great at it. I'm not good enough to draw with pen yet because with pencil I can erase. With pen I can't. Have you tried Warhammer 40k? I have not, but I do know a lot about it because my friends are into it. My friends were into it, I should say. They don't play it anymore. Man, I need to drink more water when I talk this much. Sinners? I've heard of it. Is it in theater? Is it this? I think it's the... I swear I saw something about it recently. Heard from a friend about it? Maybe I'll go to watch. Do you bench press? If so, how much? I don't bench press. I do dumbbell raises. I haven't seen it yet, no. I've only heard of it. So I do dumbbell presses. I do two. The highest I've ever done was 250s. A 50 on each side. But normally I do like 40s. I'm not as in shape as I used to be when I was in the military. I was very in shape back then. Favorite live action film of the year? What's your favorite animated film of the year? I'll give it a watch. I'll give it a watch. If it's in theaters still, I'll go see it because I want to go to the movies anyways. Yeah, there's many things I haven't seen. If I had more time, I would definitely watch every single thing like viewers have told me to watch or play. But like every game that someone tells me to play is at least 20 hours, and then I have to manage that into my other time. Maybe I'll start streaming again. Maybe that's the way I gotta get through all this. I gotta make it into a job where I get paid for it, you know. Oh, I need to fix my camera. It's like way too high. I'm like way down here. Don't agree with me? Sorry. K-pop Demon Hunters, best animated film of the year. You know, I've been hearing so much about that film. My friends want to do it for a podcast episode, so I have to watch it eventually. So maybe I'll watch it this weekend. I know it's made by Sony Animations, I think. So like the guys who made like Spider-Verse. I don't know if it's the same. It's probably not the same team, but you know, same studio. Got a podcast? I do. I run a podcast with my friends. I don't talk about it on this channel too much. It's not related to anything I do over here. It's called The Battle Phase. Originally, he did a podcast for Yu-Gi-Oh! Called The Battle Phase, and then he was like, actually, I want to do anime and manga. So he invited me and a few other people he knew to a podcast, and now we do The Battle Phase. We used to upload once a week. I don't know how often we do now. It's basically his thing. I'm just on there as a guest. I'm one of the main members, though. Listen to the Baited podcast? I've never heard of the Baited podcast, no. The podcast I mostly listen to, so I have one podcast I listen to pretty much every time they upload, and that's the last podcast on the left. They're pretty fun. The only problem is sometimes they go a little off the rails. They'll be talking about like somebody was murdered and they'll just make a joke. It'll be a hilarious joke, but it's like, dude, you talked about someone getting killed. Like, come on. But they're funny nonetheless. They're two comedians and a writer. Keemstar? I haven't watched a Keemstar video in many, many years. If I had to take a piece of media, books, video games, along with this console, movies, onto a deserted island, what would you take? If I had to take one console and what I can have on it, maybe the Switch. The Switch has like they have a lot of games you can play. They can play a lot of stuff on it. Awesome vids. Thank you. If you're talking about me. Please stop talking podcast. I've never heard of that one either. There's so many podcasts out there. Like I don't have time to follow all of them, unfortunately. But I do like to watch podcasts. I want to make one that's solely my own, where I do something that no one else has done, but I haven't found a topic yet that's something only I can do for it. So what I need to do is I need to finish that TikTok or those TikTok videos. Because my friend who posts on TikTok, he's talking about how much success he's having on the platform. So I just gotta get on there.
And then he does me. It's a ritual. They're stripes. Yeah, there are stripes. That's exactly what they are. Good.
What's your least favorite cliche movie line? He's right behind me, isn't he? Well, that just happened. We gotta get out of here, guys. I do not like the "well, that just happened" line. That's like my least favorite out of the ones you listed. What's my favorite song? Let's see. That's a lot. It's a tough one. It's got to be like favorite song from the band. Probably right now it's "Where Do We Draw the Line" by Poets of the Fall. It's a pretty good song. Yeah. I would check it out after my thing's over. You guys should just all check out Poets of the Fall. They're great. Every time I do a stream, there's always like somebody in here asking my favorite band is, and I always say Poets of the Fall, and then no one ever goes and listens to them. They're good. They're really good. Also, I'm super excited for the new Resident Evil. Is it 9? 9, yeah. I'm super excited for 9. Going to the ruins of Raccoon City. I'm so ready. All right, friends. I'll take a few more questions. I'll do like two more questions, starting now, and then I'm gonna call the stream so I can go and finish some stuff before bed. Why would I listen to them? Sell them to me. They are a poetic rock band, I guess. I don't know how to put it. Their music's very like emotional. Very. Their lyrics are very poetically written. I mean, their names are Poets of the Fall, so you know, listen to them. Oh, look, it's Lydia. Hello, Lydia. What's your favorite holiday? You know my favorite holiday is Halloween. You knew that before you even got in the chat. You knew that. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A lot. That's my assumption. Oh, Silent Hill F. I forgot about that. Yeah. I'm interested in Silent Hill F. I'm also interested in the Silent Hill remake they just announced. They're doing like the first one's getting remade by the Blooper team. Or Blooper team, or whatever their name is. Can you ask one more question? Yeah, go for it. I'll call it at like 7:15 my time. Have you seen Threads from 1984? I have not. I don't know what that is. Yes, and I don't know how many fingers. Sorry. Can you apologize for what? Bounty hunters? What is this ad? It's a very good movie if you like extreme horror. I highly recommend it. I'll check it out. Dude, what are these ads? Hey, what's up? Welcome to the chat. How do I do this? Sorry, I'm trying to fix this thing over here. There we go.
Don't these chocolate-covered strawberries look great? Hi, I'm Susan of Susan Out Chocolatier.
Thanks, Susan.
With our full line of chocolates, people rave about our
It's really good. It's about nuclear war. Okay, I'll check it out.
fudge, melt-away
I'm a big fan of like nuclear war content, I guess.
wonderful gifts. Visit us today at our chocolate
Have any hobbies besides writing and video games? I also like to draw, and I also like to make video games. But I'm pretty new at that, so I wouldn't say I like to make video games. I kind of like just messing around in the Unreal Engine. We're supposed to have a game coming out in October, but at this rate, it's not going to come out in October. It's just so much work for a team of 5 just learning what they're doing. If you were looking for a good video subject, honestly, a Threads video would be sick. That's going to be graphic and interesting. Is it a movie, like you said? I don't think I've ever done a movie video, like where I've talked about just a movie before. Maybe I could. What's what's that book called I just read? Yeah, it's free on YouTube. I'll check it out then. I really wanted to do just some ARG deep dives. Just go find some ARGs and just go into them and see what they're about. I haven't found a good ARG in a while. Because most people who are creating stuff now are creating mostly analog horror. And that's fine. I like analog horror, like I said. But like, definitely want to look into some new ARGs if there are any that exist. Gilbert Garfield. I think I just heard about that. Or something similar to it recently. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Another thing to add to my list of things to check out, but I'm interested. There's so many like TV shows that came out in like the 2000s and the 90s and stuff I've never heard of before. Like, what is this? What is this show? I don't know what this is. Let's see what it's called. Okay. We're still waiting on the name. Your break just finished? Have a good night. And thanks for stopping by. What is this show called? Come on, give me the name. FBI Family? Is this the first Spy Family? I love that show. Oh, Cover Me. Oh yeah, the narration of the 80s and 90s movie trailers. Yeah, they were good. They're very interesting, I should say. Yo, the World Dog Show. I want to watch it. I think we watched. So I think last. Yeah, it was last year. It was in November. During Thanksgiving, we decided randomly to watch the dog show on YouTube. So we watched the entire dog show on YouTube while eating ham and whatever else we made for Thanksgiving. Random decision, but yeah, you know. I'm so excited for Tuesday. Look what's coming on. I wonder how... Is this like loud enough for you guys to even hear it? Because I can barely hear it.
This is the last day that you're gonna be you and I'm gonna be me.
Alright, I think I'll end the stream here for the night. Yeah, I figured it was too low. I mean, I tried to make it not too loud because YouTube will, yeah. YouTube will demonetize the whole stream. Not like the stream makes me much money. I think last time I made like $15 on the stream, which is, you know, $15, whatever. Hung out for 2 hours, made $15. Very cool. This time I mostly made money through people donating, which is kind of cool. So thank you everyone who donated or super chatted or whatever it's called on YouTube. Okay. It's always nice to make some money. It is, yeah. Just to have it, really. The thing is when YouTube will just collect that money and they'll send it to you later. They don't send it to you right when you guys donate it. They take a cut of it because YouTube's a company and that's what they do. Anyways, thanks for coming, guys, and I hope you had a good time just vibing. I'll come up with a better idea for the vibe next time than watching commercials. Maybe something like, maybe I'll play a game in the background or just something different. I don't know when I'll stream next. I'll make a post and, yeah, talk about it then. Yeah, thanks everybody for coming, and I hope you all have a good night. I'm long enough. Everybody.